Welcome to Pet Pals. I'm Dee Dee and this is Randy, and we're here at Frederick County Animal Control to show you some adoptable pets that are available at the shelter on Rosemont Avenue. Our first guest today is Amber, and Amber is a perfect example of myth busting because she came from a household that's full of dogs. She hasn't been out and about to go very many places, and most people would consider her to be unsocialized. But one of the things that people often say about dogs is it's the way they're raised. There's no bad dogs. But I have to disagree with that because she was not raised in the best of situations, and yet genetically she is friendly and outgoing, likes people, she's resilient, she bounces back from things that frighten her. So it really is a combination of nature and nurture, which is always the argument. And she's got the nature to be a great pet. She's part Pomeranian and part pug, as are many of the dogs from this household. And she has the additional advantage of having been in a separate home for the last 3 months and is now available for adoption. She's also super cute. And since she has a double coat, she will shed a bit. Sometimes people believe that short-haired dogs don't shed and long-haired dogs do, and that is not the case. Basically, all dogs shed, but if their hair is long or curly or wiry, it tends to stay on the dog and have to be brushed off. And if it's short and straight, it comes out at will. So certainly something you should consider if you care about that. Most of us who have dogs just accept dog hair as part of life and get a really good vacuum. So Amber is available for adoption. I should say she's 5 months old. So that means that we're going to take 4 applications for her and find the best match. Obviously, we would love to find someone who's home all day, but most responsible, productive citizens are working or share their life with someone who works and someone who doesn't and have kids. So busy people, certainly we understand a dog can fit into any family if it's the right dog. But with puppies, to avoid them being returned, we do try to find a perfect match if it exists. If you are interested in Amber or you know anyone who might be, please come by the shelter and meet her or pass her picture around. We are back with our next guest. This is Shadow, and Shadow is primarily a German Shepherd dog. He is only 10 months old, and his family gave him to the shelter after having him for a few months because they're moving to a place that doesn't allow larger dogs. It's something that we definitely encourage people who adopt from us to think about. A lot of times people come in when they're like 22, 23, and they're wanting to adopt a cat or a dog, which we absolutely encourage. And when I tell them that they are still going to have the pet possibly when they're 35 or 40, they realize the implication. Where are you going to live between when you're 23 and 40? Everywhere. So it is really important if you get a dog to think about things like pet deposits and leases. The ways that a dog or cat can affect your life are many. And in order to provide them a home, you really do have to plan ahead and think about how those ways will affect you. This little guy ended up, this big boy ended up with no home because of not planning out those kinds of things. Puppy's really cute. You buy or adopt him, bring him home, and then 10 months later, a life-changing plan means that the dog comes to the shelter. So Shadow is young, which means we will again be taking 4 applications for him and choosing the best match. The ideal for us would be somebody who has a flexible schedule and has raised a puppy before, especially somebody who might have German Shepherd experience. And obviously we can't always find that person, so we take the 4 applications to see if we can get someone with plenty of dog experience who has kept their dogs throughout their lifetime, which is really what Shadow needs. If you are interested in a big dog like this, maybe for potential search and rescue training or some dog sport, camping, something like that, then Shadow might be the right dog for you. So let us know. And if you are interested in a German Shepherd in the future, we have a wish list, which means you can let us know that you would like a purebred German Shepherd, and whenever we get one, we will call and let you know. We actually have one call out to the German Shepherd wish list for Shadow, and obviously they can say that he's not exactly the right dog for them, or perhaps he will be a perfect match. If you know of anyone who might want a German Shepherd-like dog, then let us know or pass his picture around. We are back with Duchess, and Duchess is a young female pit bull mix, and if you watched the show 2 weeks ago, you met her brother Chase, and Chase has been successfully adopted to a home with lots of experience with the breed and some puppy experience. So we are looking for the same for Duchess. Duchess is checking her age. She's 7 months old. So that means she's about 80% of her full size. She's not going to be a giant dog, but she's pretty strong. You can see she's not pulling on the leash. She has good manners with people. Sometimes Duchess can be afraid of new places and new people. So she is going to get to go out and about this weekend so that she can experience another car ride other than the one she had coming in here, so that she can meet some new people. And if you would like to consider adopting Duchess, you can see her. Where are you going to be this weekend? At Shockley?
Shockley Honda.
So at Shockley Honda, and we'll see how that goes for her. And it actually, if we do it right, it builds their confidence, because they come back to the shelter, and many people think, oh, it's sad for a dog to live in a shelter because they're in a cage, but dogs think that wherever they're fed and have their blankets and toys is their home. So it boosts her confidence to go somewhere with people she knows and then come back and sleep in the same place where she was. So we are looking forward for that experience for her. And if you have an interest in Duchess, then please let us know. If you know someone who might be interested in her, then pass this episode of Pet Pals around, or look up her picture on Pet Finder and share that.
We took their picture together.
We are back with Homer, and Homer is an 8-year-old neutered male dog that was owned. He came in with another companion dog, and Homer is part pug, part terrier, and is available for adoption. One of the things that is sad about his story, which we hope will draw someone in, even though he's 8 years old, is that his owner was hospitalized and can't take care of him anymore. So he is homeless through no fault of his own, no bad behavior. He didn't grow too big or jump on people or do anything that made someone abandon him. He simply has an owner who can no longer provide for him. Homer is what most people would say they want when they want a dog. Because of the type of coat that he has, he's low shedding. Because he's 8 years old, he is house trained and used to people and likes other dogs. So what more could you ask for? A lot of times people believe that they want a puppy, but they don't realize that when you have a puppy, you don't get to bring the puppy home and take him to a soccer game tomorrow. Puppies are restricted in their activities temporarily while they finish their shots. They're not house trained. If they go somewhere and are frightened by something, it can have a lifelong impact on their behavior. Whereas when you get a dog like Homer, it only takes a few short days to get to know him, to find out what he can tolerate and what he's good at, and then he will be part of your family from that day forward. Since terriers live anywhere from 13 to 20 years, Homer has plenty of time left to give. So hopefully someone will hear his sad tale and know of someone who might be interested in giving him a new life. He's a cute face. We are back with Strudel, and Strudel is a 6-month-old female bunny, and if you can believe this, she was found on a farm as a stray. She is super friendly. She is never going to get any bigger than this. I do not understand why she was not adopted the first day she was made available. She's friendly. She comes forward in the cage. She lets you pick her up. She just couldn't be cuter and easier to handle. And while we do have 6 rabbits in the shelter, which can make it hard to choose. I'm surprised that she hasn't been adopted. I know that sometimes people in the shelter are primarily looking for dogs and cats, and that is what we have the most of. But we also have in the shelter today 2 guinea pigs, 6 rabbits. We had a parakeet adopted the other day. So if you are thinking of pets other than dogs and cats, then don't overlook the shelter. Strudel is available now, and I think would make a lovely first pet for a child with the support of his or her parents to take care of the rabbit. There are things about rabbits people don't usually know. They don't just live in a cage and do nothing. You can go on YouTube and look up videos of rabbits that herd sheep. Not that I'm saying Strudel's going to be capable of such work, but they're very smart, agile, and interactive, and people really do underestimate what fantastic pets they make. So if you are interested in a rabbit for a pet, consider checking out houserabbit.org or calling Carla Pickett at the Frederick County Humane Society, who is a rabbit expert, can tell you all about what they need, or come by the shelter and meet our rabbits and see what you think. We'll tell you all about setting up for a bunny, and especially for Strudel. She's been here a little bit of time and is ready to get out of here. We will be back after a short break with a bunch more animals from Frederick County Animal Control that are available for you to adopt. We hope that you'll join us.
Hello, my name is Doug Orner, and I serve as Director of Volunteer Fire and Rescue Service for Frederick County. I've been a volunteer with the Vigilant Hose Company in Emmitsburg, Maryland since 1972. Why do I think it would be a good opportunity for you to become a volunteer? It's a great way to meet new people, learn new skills, and also you can receive college credits for some of the training that you receive. And there's always that reward of hearing a special thank you or a smile on somebody's face whenever you've saved a life or helped them in some way, shape, or form. For more information on becoming a volunteer, visit our website, stop by one of our 26 stations throughout Frederick County, or give me a call at the office. I'll be glad to assist you in becoming a volunteer. Look forward to seeing you at one of the stations in the near future.
If you're 55 or older and looking for a way to get moving and strengthen your body, then join the Frederick Senior Center for its strength training class. This class is offered daily and no pre-registration is required. For just $2 a class, you can develop strength, flexibility, balance, and coordination. Strength training also increases your metabolism, which can help control weight gain and help lower your blood pressure. So stop thinking about it and start exercising today. Classes are offered at the Frederick Senior Center, located at 1440 Taney Avenue in Frederick. For more information and class schedules, call 301-600-1605.
Before, addiction and depression kept me from living my life. And now, every step I take in recovery benefits everyone. There are many options that make the road to recovery more accessible. It begins with the first step. Join the Voices for Recovery. For information and treatment referral for you or someone you love, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
We are back with some more adoptable pets at Frederick County Animal Control. This is Mickey. Mickey is a brown tabby, domestic medium hair, almost long hair, and he is 4 years old, and he was brought to us by his owner, who could no longer take care of him. And he does have an interesting habit of preferring to drink from a cup of water rather than from a bowl, and probably because he likes his water to be cool and fresh, which is completely understandable. And Mickey is available in the shelter, and having a hard time getting adopted because we have about 40 kittens in the animal shelter. And when people walk through the door and see all of the kittens, and we want them all to be adopted, absolutely, but they tend to overlook the adult cats, even young ones like Mickey. So if you don't want to go through the kitten stage of drape climbing and litter training and tiny little earring stealing behavior, then Mickey may be the right cat for you or for someone you know. If you've been thinking about a cat, now is the time. The shelter is full. We have 26 adult cats in the shelter with no applications. So we really do need people that are considering getting a cat to think of the shelter. It's a great deal. Your cat is neutered, started on shots, and we can tell you a lot about their past, their ability to be handled by strangers. So it is a great place to search for your next cat. This little kitten is named Boo. He is mostly white with a little smudge on his head. He is a wily barn kitten from Brunswick, and this is exactly why we're trying to make Mickey look good. Boo is so cute that he will definitely overpower any reservations against getting him because of his looks alone. But this is what you're getting when you adopt a tiny kitten. They want to do stuff. They don't want to just be snuggled. They don't want to just sit around the house and be beautiful. They want action and to play with things. And you are certainly taking on that when you adopt a kitten into your home. So if you are interested in a kitten, we have plenty. Some are a little more mellow than Boo, and some are just as active. So if you are interested in a kitten, the shelter is the place to start. But we are going to be showing you some adult cats that now certainly will be able to show you their advantages.
Okay.
We are back with another Boo. This black and white large adult male, who is 2 years old, is the opposite of the Boo that you just met. This cat is fully grown and then some. And he is completely adult, has his wits about him, and can handle being interviewed on a TV show. He also has some beautiful markings on his short coat, on his face and bib, and really plush fur. So if you, he's a little nervous now. So if you are interested in adopting an adult cat, as I said, we have 26 adult cats here that are facing the kitten barrage and just can't seem to get the attention of people who are shopping right now, which is typical of our summer. We do want the kittens to be adopted quickly while they're young to people who are interested in taking that on. But it is a little bit hard on the bigger cats who aren't sure you know, how long they're going to be here. And obviously they start to consider this their home, and it makes them nervous to come out of their cage into a strange place. So Boo is available for adoption, and I hope that you will consider passing his picture around so the right person can find him here.
What's Travis got going?
What's the matter? You're okay. We are back with Emily, and Emily would like a singing career apparently. Emily is a white and brown tabby domestic short hair who is 6 to 7 years old. She's a spayed female who was found about a week before she came here by a family in town in Frederick, the 21702 zip code. And they weren't able to find her owner, but she's clearly spayed and friendly and well cared for. So they brought her in here hoping that we could find their owner. We weren't able to do it. So she is in need of a new home. And Emily is friendly and outgoing. She purrs when you pick her up. She's going to make somebody a really great cat. So if you are interested in a cat, always think of the shelter first. But in particular, Emily is going to make a really great cat. And you can see from the guests that we've had on today that she really is a mellow and friendly and interested cat. So she's probably one of the easier cats to fit into your family that we've shown you today. We do have 26 adult cats and plenty of kittens, so there are plenty to choose from. And in just a minute, we're going to show you our new cat room and some other adoptable cats at the shelter. Welcome to our colony cat room. This is one of the new features at Frederick County Animal Control, and we have our kennel manager and staff carefully select cats that are compatible with other cats and introduce them gradually to this colony room where they can walk around and climb on shelves and eat together. There are several litter boxes in here. And our final guest of today is living in this room currently. His name is Blarney. He is a large domestic short-hair black cat, and he gets along with other cats clearly. And in this room, if you come to the shelter and you want to meet with one of the cats that is living in here, then you come in with a tech and you can sit on the floor if you like. We can bring a chair in for you, and you can get to know the cats that are in here. One of the things people misunderstand about the room is that they can select a kitten from a cage and bring the kitten in here to play with. And because of disease control, that's not something that we can offer. What we do is select certain cats that are appropriate for this room and allow them to meet each other and live together until they're adopted. And then we select another special group of cats that can live together until they're adopted. So if you are interested in the cats that are in this room, then we welcome you to ask us and come in and meet them all. And they are very nervous about the camera, which shows how particularly intelligent they are, because there are very tall cat trees and boxes, and new litter pans come in here every day, and new toys, and those don't make them nervous. But they see a new electronic object, and they have all carefully eyed the camera, walked up to it, and decided to avoid it for the remainder of its visit. So if you are interested in Blarney, our large male black cat, and you would like to meet him, you are welcome to come by the cat room and see what he thinks of you and what you think of him. And if you are interested in any of our other cats, then you may meet them at the shelter in their cages or the colony cats in the colony cat room. Thank you very much for joining us on Pet Pals this week. We hope that you come back again next time, and that maybe you have found a perfect match today with one of our adoptable pets at Frederick County Animal Control Shelter on Rosemont Avenue. If you would like to forward the pictures of any of the pets you've seen today or any of our pets, they're available at petfinder.com, or you can share this episode of Pet Pals with the link on your screen below.